she tweeted out support for Hamas the other day, saying, and always remember, free Palestine. I don't know if she's aware that her much prettier co-star was in the IDF. Granted, she was a fitness instructor. It's a made-up job. But she's a Jew. This broad from Snow White is worst. So there have been quite a few delays. I can guess as to why, because everything has been a landmine with the making of this film, from angry midgets to Prince Charming syndrome being, like, they teach college courses about how it's patriarchy.
He's an angry elf.
But it's slated to hit theaters in March of 2025.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
You know, that's enough. People see. But you know what I just realized? I haven't had a good candy apple in a long time. Good candied apple.
They suck.
What? I'm thinking of caramel apple.
Caramel apple guy who was missing a tooth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Why do you think
it's not our fault you can't eat them, Gerald?
Those things pretty much pull your teeth out for you.
You know what your kryptonite is? Corn on the cob. So
that's true.
It's cool. It's a cool party trick. Gerald goes.
I can't do that.
I know you can't. So the movie. Here's the star Rachel Zegler, right? She's Snow White. Gal Gadot is
hold on.
the Wicked Witch.
The whole premise, come on. The whole premise is the Gal Gadot is jealous of that girl? Are you kidding me?
Look.
I'm just saying.
She's cute.
Both of them
but she's
pretty.
next to Gal Gadot.
Yes, come on.
Like, really, we're supposed to be like Gal Gadot, like, I wish I could be pretty like that one. Okay.
Which one's moms drank while they were pregnant?
Come on.
That's just mean.
I'm not a doctor.
I'm just asking to guess.
You're not a doctor either.
You can drink while you're pregnant, just not that much.
That's true. That's what her mom said. I'll
One
let you get
mom
which one.
went too far, I think.
You can tell by the eyes if they're far apart. If one can look around the corner like the super circler with the handle.
Yeah, your mom drank.
Yeah. So the adaptation of the film, you know, the reason it's been delayed, there's been so much criticism. So, for example, they said the dwarves were a thing where people were mad, like that they weren't hiring dwarves. But then Peter Dinklage came out and said that, you know, we just get cast in roles as dwarves.
We actually have a yeah.
Do we have a picture of the dwarves now?
They were CGI'd.
So now they've. So some of them have been replaced with CGI?
They replaced the 7 Dwarfs of Snow White with CGI.
Think about this for a second. It's like, hey, dwarves are underrepresented in Hollywood. They deserve the right to work as well. Right, but you shouldn't portray them as dwarves. Let's just computer animate them.
That's like asking Wolf of Wall Street to computer animate the guy that they threw at the bullseye. Come on.
It's a
job?
I mean, look. Look. You're a very small subset of the population, dwarves. It doesn't mean that you're less. That doesn't mean that you are not of equal value in the eyes of our creator.
Small.
However, selling you as a rom-com lead is going to prove more difficult. That's all it is. It's very easy to sell you as a dwarf in a film if you are, in fact, a dwarf.
Yes.
But
not an action hero.
Take it up with Peter Dinklage. You've now been replaced by Pixar, okay? There are no more dwarves.
You imagine they're willing to just, like, they could hire these guys.
Right.
And they're like, there's such a problem. Let's just CGI them. It's so much easier to deal with than actual dwarves.
So you have the dwarf controversy. Then you have the new one, and I'll get to anti-Semitism, which is funny because she's co-stars with Gal Gadot. The ugly duckling, as she's known.
She was in the IDF.
And Rachel Zegler, she cannot avoid constantly creating controversy based on a premise that just doesn't make sense.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
No.
You wouldn't want to be pursued.
Just eat the apple.
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story.
You don't particularly see people who, look like me or are me playing roles like that. So it was definitely...
What? Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait. You mean that we don't see people who particularly look like you in roles of largely white-looking pretty women? What are you talking about? Like there's someone in a diner in their 60s like, hey, you with your full lips, milk-white skin, and straight hair, we don't take kindly to your type around here.
Wait. She may be one of us, Earl.
I don't know if she's Italian, if she's largely German, Irish. There could be something in there. She's pretty, and she's white. But we're going to stick the German Shepherds on you. Like, what do you...
Get the hose.
If I were to think of a basically acceptable female lead, you'd be on the list. It's like you don't see a lot of people who look like me, you know.
That's crap.
Straight brown hair, basically ambiguous features.
I thought about that zero in this. Right. It didn't even cross my mind.
Right.
Like, thank you for pointing something out that doesn't exist.
All right, let's continue watching her victim shrieking.
Announced it was a huge thing that was like trending on Twitter for days because all of the people were angry. And so it was like
those people.
Very much this, yes. It was
Not
this
you enlightened
we need
people.
to educate, the people that we need to love into awareness.
Love them in the right direction.
You said you were
That guy
bringing a
disabled?
modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
Well, show us the sequel where Snow White is 40 and her eggs have dried up.
The leader.
Hi-ho, hi-ho, off to the fertility doctor we go.
Oh, come on.
She doesn't want to fall in love.
True
sorry,
love.
Okay, all right, sorry. Yeah, women don't want true love, and you won't either. And by the way, good luck finding it with a face like that, because you know it's unacceptable to men out there. Ugh,
Right.
gross. It's just ridiculous. They don't want me here, but I'm here anyway. And women don't want true love. They want roles of leadership. Everything that you have just said is bullshit, and no one is buying it. But it gets worse. She tweeted out support for Hamas the other day, saying, and always remember, free Palestine. I don't know if she's aware that her much prettier co-star was in the IDF. Granted, she was a fitness instructor. It's a made-up job. But she's a Jew, is the point. Free Palestine. You mean Hamas, the people who are blowing away Israelis, who, by the way, Gal Gadot was enlisted to teach jazzercise to, or whatever it is, but she served her country.
She got family there still, probably.
Yes. Free Palestine, which, by the way, I guess makes sense because they're co-releasing. Palestine is working on their own version of Snow White called No Rights. And so that's just, yeah.
Oh, come on. Who's the fairest burqa of all?
Yes.
What? You all look the same.
Spoiler, they all rape her.
The mirror.
No. But there's no witnesses.
It's a happy ending. There are 8 witnesses.
8 witnesses. Oh.
One of them's the mirror.
It seems like only one witness would be necessary to, stop the rape.
It's just me. Is she dumb? Is she young? Sure. But this is an example of she's echoing what all of the people at Disney believe. This is why they are so out of touch with the average. They think that the average American is racist against her for some reason and supports Hamas, and that the average American is offended at dwarves playing dwarves. That is the reason that this film has been delayed, is all of these controversies stepping over themselves. It's like someone walking backwards, right? Laying down woke landmines and like, okay, try and avoid this one, only now there's no more land, it's just mines. And so it gets delayed. It costs an astronomical amount, and that's why Disney is not doing so well as a company. It's not because they're responding to market forces, you, the consumer. They're responding to an elite woke mob who only exist in their community.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
And I hope this thing flops like no film has flopped before, because there's 2 things that she said that really pissed me off. One is the prince is somehow stalking her. I don't remember every single scene of that movie. So if the prince did a stalky thing in there, my bad. But from what I remember of Snow White, the prince pursued her. Women, you don't want a guy to pursue you. You don't want a guy to seem interested and to try to go out of his way to try to be a part of your life in some meaningful way, to get to know you and to maybe ask you out on a date. Like, that's not something that women want. I'm pretty sure right now The women that are looking for men are like, there are no good men out there that will do anything like that. Yes, because you beat it out of us. You tell us that that is stalking somebody to ask a girl for her phone number, and it's really not. And the second thing is loving people in the right direction. How does that look for the left? Is that canceling them and making sure that they can't make a living? Is that calling them racists? Is that calling them homophobic? I saw the pronouns in, by the way, most people on X, or wherever you were posting that, don't put the pronouns right next to their name. They actually put it in the description. I'm not sure if you've noticed that, but it was her, or wait a minute, she, her, hers, right there next to her name. I'm like, oh, that's a little bit over the top. Like, what does it look like for you to love people in the right direction?
This is they blame the pursuit. And if you're going to say that that's a stalker, in Cinderella, the guy went around the entire town looking for the love of his life with nothing more than a shoe size.
It's true.
Okay?
He's committed.
Talk about coming on strong. If a man can't pursue, if the Snow White
But he kissed her to save her life. That's bad.
If the Snow White movie is an example of the man pursuing, if that's an example of stalking, well then, okay, if we apply that standard, Sleeping Beauty is still sleeping. Jasmine would have married Jafar, and John Cusack would have never held up a boombox and say anything.
There you go. That's stalking.
Enjoy it, feminists. I see you're still watching. You've fallen right into my trap to continue watching. And if you click this video, if you like this, there's probably more like-minded content right there. You can click or just tune in live weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Or is that just what I want you to... Is that what I want you to think?